Good morning, students. Myself, Satyen Singh, and I am your new chemistry teacher. I am going to start your second chapter because first and third chapter is completed. That is why I am going to start second chapter. And the second chapter is atomic structure. Atomic structure, introduction of atomic structure is in 1808, according to John Dalton, atom is indivisible or uncuttable. Okay, atom is indivisible means atom is not divided further, cannot divide it further, because what is the meaning of atom? Atom is a Greek word which is made up of two words. First is A and second is tomi. Atom means A plus TOMIO. A means un and tomio means cuttable. Means it is uncuttable or indivisible. That is why it is called atom. And this name was given by John Dalton in 1808. We know that atom is made of two words, Greek words, A plus tomio. A means un and tomio means cuttable, means uncuttable or indivisible. Means atom cannot be divided further. After this, many scientists research in this field. Is atom is indivisible or can be divided? Many scientists worked in this field. And in the end of 18th century and the beginning of 19th century, they found that atom is made up of three stable fundamental subatomic particle, that is electron, proton, and neutron. So first of all, we will study the discovery of electron. Discovery of electron or cathode ray. What is cathode ray? Cathode ray is the beam of electron, and it is discovered by J.J. Thomson in 1897. And at start, Michael Faraday in 1830 studied the process of electrolysis. He observed that can gas conduct electricity or not? We know that solid or metal can conduct electricity. Solid or metal can conduct electricity. We know that. And liquid also can conduct electricity. But the question is that, is gas can conduct electricity? So he studies this type of process, and after this experiment, in 1897, J.J. Thomson also researched in this field. And the experiment done by J.J. Thomson is, he took a discharge tube. First of all, he took a discharge tube. Discharge tube means this is a glass tube. Glass tube, this type of tube is there. This is glass tube. And why it is called discharge tube? Discharge tube means all gases are evacuated or removed from this tube, and only one gas is filled to be studied. जिसकी हमको स्टडी करनी है, केवल एक गैस को हमने इसमें फिल कर दिया. तो दिस इज डिस्चार्ज ट्यूब. This type of tube is that, and made up of glass. Discharge tube is made up of glass, and all gases are evacuated or removed from this tube. And second thing which is done by J.J. Thomson is, he connected the discharge tube by vacuum pump like this. This is vacuum pump. So what is the role of vacuum pump? The role of vacuum pump is gas filled or released by this vacuum pump, first, and second is to regulate pressure. If we filled more amount of gas, means more pressure is applied, and if less amount of gas is present in this discharge tube, means less pressure is applied. To regulate pressure, we use vacuum pump. This is called vacuum pump. Vacuum pump. Third one is, two electrode is fitted at the end of discharge tube. Two electrode is fitted, means two metal rod is fitted like this. The structure is this type on here. And fourth one is, electrode is connected by battery. So this is a glass tube that is called discharge tube, means all gases are removed from it and only one gas is filled in it. And second is, this is vacuum pump. Vacuum pump means this type of pump is called vacuum pump, in which we can fill the gas or remove the gas. And through this, we can regulate the pressure in vacuum pump, in discharge tube. Third one is, two electrode is fitted, one this type and second one is this type. Okay. And fourth one is, these electrodes are connected with battery, and battery decided which one is cathode and which one is anode. If the electrode is connected by negative terminal of the battery, suppose this is a battery, small one, capital one, small one, capital one, small, capital. So this is called negative, small part. And next one is called positive part. Clear? If electrode is connected with negative terminal of the battery, negative terminal of the battery is called cathode, and the electrode which is connected by positive terminal of the battery is called anode. Clear? Anode means positive charge and cathode means negative charge. So this is the instrumentation which is done by J.J. Thomson. So this experiment is called discharge tube experiment. And ZNS screen is placed opposite the anode. So what is the role of ZNS screen? 1 second. This one is electrode which is connected by negative terminal of the battery is called cathode. It carry negative charge. And the electrode connected by the positive terminal of the battery is called anode, carry positive charge. Anode carry positive charge while cathode carry negative charge. And what is the role of ZNS screen? ZNS screen paste opposite side of the cathode or side of the anode. What is the role of ZNS screen? To detect cathode ray. Because the size of cathode ray is very, very less. So we can't see the cathode ray through naked eyes. So how can I detect that cathode ray is passed or not? Right? So we paste ZNS screen opposite the cathode or side of anode to detect the cathode ray. When cathode ray strike on ZNS screen, it glow. In case of glass, green fluorescence or green light is reflected. So through this, we can detect the cathode ray. And next thing is that he apply high voltage, approximate 10,000 volt, and low pressure, means 10 की power -2 to 10 की power -4 atm pressure he applied. And after this, he saw that when high voltage and low pressure is applied, means voltage is 10,000 or more voltage is applied and low pressure is applied. Low pressure means 10 की power -2 to 10 की power -4 atm, means low pressure is applied. Then he observed that some ray is emitted from cathode. Right? Some rays is emitted from cathode. And it is strike on ZNS screen. This is the ZNS screen, or this strike ZNS screen, and green light is there. Through this, we can detect the cathode. So when cathode ray strike on ZNS screen, then green color is observed. Yeah, green light is reflected. So we see green light means cathode ray is strike on glass wall or ZNS screen. The flash of light is there. So through this, we can observe that cathode ray strike on ZNS screen. Right? So through this, we can say that cathode ray is discovered, and this observation was done by J.J. Thomson. This ray is cathode ray. Why? Because the ray is emitted from cathode. That is why it is called cathode ray. Cathode ray ionize the gas placed inside the discharge tube. When cathode ray strike the gas, suppose helium is placed in the discharge tube. When cathode ray strike with helium, then helium is ionized, means break down into its ions. Electron is removed from the helium and plus charge is also formed because of cathode rays. Means cathode ray ionize. It has a tendency to ionize any gas. placed in the discharge tube, right? So electron is released from the gas also. It is found that electron is emitted from two ways. First is in initial stage, electron is emitted from cathode. But after this, electron is also released from the gas placed inside the discharge tube. So there are the two sources of electron or cathode ray. Conclusion is that electron is emitted from cathode and the gas filled inside the discharge tube, right? And when cathode ray strike on ZNS screen, it glow, and in case of glass, green light is produced. Green light is produced. So through this we can detect that cathode ray is emitted. Otherwise we don't know. अगर ये क्या होगा, ग्लो नहीं होगा या ग्रीन लाइट नहीं आएगी, तो we can't say that cathode ray is emitted or not, because cathode ray, the size of cathode ray is very, very small. We can't see the cathode ray through naked eyes. तो हम इसे देख नहीं सकते. We can't see through naked eyes. Right? Now the question is that, is the cathode ray is emitted from cathode only? Answer is no. It is emitted from, first it is emitted from cathode, but after this it is emitted from gas also, because cathode ray has tendency to ionize the gas placed inside the discharge tube. Suppose helium is there, neon is there. When cathode ray strike with helium, it ionizes the helium gas into He plus and electron is emitted. And suppose neon gas is placed, then cathode ray strike on neon gas, then neon plus and electron, it ionizes the neon gas into Ne plus neon positive ions and electron. Question number second is, cathode ray is emitted at low voltage, right? No, cathode ray is not emitted when the voltage is low. Approximate 10,000 or more means high voltage is required to emit the cathode ray or electron. Otherwise, electron or cathode ray is not emitted if the voltage is low. Next question is, cathode ray is passed at high pressure. Answer is no. Because at high pressure, we know that gas acts as an insulator. But in this condition, when high voltage is applied, low pressure is applied, then gas can act as a conductor. But at high pressure, it acts as an insulator and cannot conduct electricity, right? So this is your lecture number first. A short summary is, he took a discharge tube. First one is he took discharge tube like this one. Second, he connected vacuum pump. This is vacuum pump, and this one is discharge tube. All gases are evacuated from it, discharge tube. And third one is he connect the electrode at the both end of discharge tube. Next one, he connected the electrode through the battery. Battery means small size plus large, small, large, small, large. And this one is called plus, this one is called minus. If the electrode connected to the negative terminal is called cathode. And if the electrode connected to the positive terminal of the battery is called anode. Means battery decide which one is cathode and which one is anode. Next one is it carry negative charge and this one is positive charge. And he placed ZNS screen in the side of anode and opposite side of cathode. This is called ZNS screen, zinc sulfide screen. When we apply large high voltage, approximate 10,000 volt, and low pressure means 10 ki power -2 to 10 ki power -4 atm, then we observe that one ray is emitted from cathode. One ray is emitted from cathode. So this ray is called cathode ray because it comes from cathode. This ray is called cathode ray, and it is the beam of electron. When cathode passed through the gas, it ionized the gas. So gas, suppose helium, neon, argon, anything we can place, then cathode ray ionize the gas present inside the discharge tube, and electron is also emitted from this gas. So there are two sources of electron, and anode carry positive charge. So that is why electron comes from cathode towards anode. Right? This is the discovery of cathode. Thank you.